Classic live albums often struggle with a specific reputation. Many sound muddy or under-rehearsed, serving as stopgaps to satisfy a record contract than artistic statements. For most fans, owning the pristine, flawlessly engineered studio hits feels sufficient. If the original recording is perfect, the live version is frequently dismissed as a secondary document. This creates a difficult question for any listener. Why spend time on a noisy arena recording when the studio master of Sultans of Swing is already sitting on the shelf? In July 1983, Dire Straits performed 2 nights at London's Hammersmith Odeon that changed how they approached their own material. These performances moved away from the standard greatest hits format. The band used those nights to reconstruct their catalog from the ground up. Skipping these recordings means missing the period where the band's technical ability was applied to its widest improvisational range. The title Alchemy refers to the historical attempt to turn common base metals into gold. This theme of transformation extends to the packaging, which features a section of Brett Whiteley's surrealist painting. It signals that the music inside is a mutation of the originals, not a replica. Compare the studio runtimes against the Alchemy versions. Once Upon a Time in the West jumps from 5 minutes to over 13. This added length comes from a redesigned structure, incorporating the Terracell Waltz intro and extended saxophone solos. These shifts allow the songs to breathe, moving away from the tight constraints of a 4-minute radio single and into sprawling, complex improvisations. The band used the Odeon stage to rethink their compositions rather than simply reproducing studio masters. Music critics at the time noticed a specific atmospheric friction running through the entire performance. At the center of the stage is Mark Knopfler. His performance is slow and moody, relying on intricate finger-picked guitar lines that feel deeply introspective. Pushed against that quiet technicality is the audience. It's an arena crowd with loud, frantic energy, ready to roar through the quietest instrumental breaks. These two opposing forces, methodical musicianship and stadium adrenaline, fuse together to create an energy that the band never captured anywhere else. This specific tension between the artist and the crowd provides an emotional experience entirely absent from the studio discography. The timing of the release is key. Alchemy arrived in early 1984, capturing the band immediately after the release of their dense, guitar-heavy 4th album, Love Over Gold. Soon after these tapes were mixed, the 1985 release of Brothers in Arms would move the group into the center of the MTV era, where their sound became cleaner and more commercially focused. This makes Alchemy a snapshot of the group's raw identity, the final document of their transition from a club act into a global touring force. Despite the lack of radio-friendly edits and the massive runtimes, the record was a success, selling 5.5 million copies. The commercial performance suggests that even in 1984, there was a documented appetite for extended, technical musicianship. Because the album is designed as a continuous experience, it relies on its physical format, ideally played from the first track to the last. The record demonstrates that for certain bands, the live stage can be a space for reinvention, moving beyond the simple reproduction of their studio hits.